Hello, everyone. Welcome to College Coaching Network Social
Friday.
Spotlight Live. It is Friday. It is Friday.
Yes.
We are excited because we have not done a Spotlight Live in a minute now,
Long
and
time.
we are honored to have with us today Miss Daisy O. And look, I lost it. Can you pronounce
Yeah,
your last name for me?
Ojigho.
Ojigho with
Ojigho. Yeah.
us. And she is a student that is in Stafford School District, and she is doing some phenomenal things. So we wanted to bring her out, spotlight her because she's truly amazing. So I'm going to turn it over to Clyde because he's going to tell us about her, what she does, and then we'll get to know Daisy more.
Yeah, definitely. Superstar in the making. Be honest with you, we talked with you offline. I'm very grateful for the opportunity we have coming up, November the 30th, if I'm not mistaken. And Mika, what is the name of the? Is it Discover Your Tomorrow that we're gonna?
Yes. So we're going to do an event with Daisy's Club, which is called the Tomorrow Club. And it's called Discover Your Tomorrow. It's going to be a guide to college and career readiness.
So the thing that I was most impressed by with Daisy was you said something that just blew my mind. You said that you want to help the students that are at your school to discover their why. And that blew my mind because most of the time, and I have two teenagers, and a lot of time, and they love people, they're good people, but they're traditional teenagers. They're focusing more on themselves and what's going on in their life. And that's what I see around with a lot of teenagers. It's so much going, especially during this pandemic. There's so much going on that a lot of people really don't look at how they can help other people right now because they're trying to make for the adjustments that they have to make in their own life. And so for you to go through a pandemic like we're all going through right now, and to have a heart that is just wide open to try to serve the students at your school, I got to give that to you just off the top, even before we go any further, just because it's rare to find somebody that has a true servant heart. So I definitely want to salute you and give you much respect on that. My question, though, that I want to ask you is, how did you become a person of service? Like something happened in your life that got you into the realm of saying, hey, you know what? It's not always about me, but it's about empowering other people. Where did that come from?
I think it's probably the way my parents raised me. Um, they always like made me realize that, it's not always about you. There are like other things going on in the world. It's a very large world and you're just a tiny part of it, but you can, extend that tiny part to something a lot bigger. You can always reach out and help out other people in need. So it's not always, I have this going on right now, so I need to fix this. You can do that, like fix it, but at the same time, there might be other people facing the struggles you're facing. So if you can say, okay, they're going through this, the other person's going through this, and I'm going through this at the same time, it's going to be a lot better if, I can help myself and I can help them. And so that's two people in the world that, not having that issue right now. So I think that's kind of the logic I use.
So you started an organization at your school that has roughly about 65 people plus in your
Yeah.
organization, right? All
Yes,
right.
sir.
There's some churches that don't have 65 people. That's pretty
Thank
impressive
you.
that you got an organization with 65 people at your age. So what's the vision or the mission that you have for your organization?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
What's the vision that you have for all the people that are in the organization that you serve?
My vision is for right now, I have freshmen, I have sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So the main goal is by the time I graduate, I'm a junior right now. So by the time I graduate, I want to make sure the people who have experienced me in the club, when they graduate, they have a vision for themselves. Like they know where they're going, they know how they're gonna get there. And life changes all the time. So it might not be, set in stone, but at least you have an idea that, okay, when I graduate high school, this is what life will potentially look like. And, I'm not going to be scared to step into this because I already know what to expect. And again, it might change, but, you have like a general idea. And hopefully after I'm gone from the school, I can probably continue it in college or, even people at the school can continue the club. So the vision, the general vision is just to make sure that every person who is part of the Tomorrow Club, they know their tomorrow. They know where they're headed and how to get there.
That's
That
phenomenal.
is, look, that is
Man.
awesome.
Woo, man.
Awesome.
Yes. So what two more questions, and then there may be another one that may hit, but two that I wrote down for sure. Because you don't find more people like you, so it's like always refreshing to let other people like see that this is possible.
Yes.
What's the biggest challenge that you face as a leader?
That I face personally?
What's the biggest challenge that you have faced as a leader?
Oh, I think it's probably anxiety that you can't like everyone's not the same, and you have to make sure you're targeting individuals, not just like generalizing them. And especially now when I have like a lot of people, I have to make sure that, okay, I know your name, I know what you want to do, and I know what you want to do, so I can personalize it for you. So I'm not just saying, okay, here's this big old pile of information, do what you want with it. So it's like I have to get to know each person for who they are, and it takes a while to dig into that one person when you have 63 other people waiting in line. I think that's probably one of the challenges I face, making sure that I'm targeting every single person and like finding who they truly are. I have like a thing that I do called TTC guides, which is basically the Smart Club guides, and I pick a topic per month, and I personalize it for each grade, but I like make sure I put each person's name on the guide and then send it to them, so like they feel like they're part of something. They're not just in this club and they're not being seen or heard. So I think, yeah, that's probably the challenge. It's not like a thing where I'm like struggling, like it's something that like I'm just conscious of, and I'm like, it's always at the back of my head that, okay, like you need to be doing this. So that's probably the biggest challenge so far.
Look,
Man, I'm
have
sorry.
to, right, I just have to stop and say, like, Daisy, you are so like there's wisdom that's like baked into the fibers of you, because
Yeah.
maybe you don't understand the power in what you just said. There are so many adult leaders that do not get
Do
the
that.
concept of what you just said about making things about people. And like that truly speaks to the heart of you, and hearing you, knowing that we have leaders such as yourself that is coming up that has that mentality is so, so empowering and inspiring. Like,
Thank you.
maybe you don't even see the magnitude of it, but like it's huge, 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 huge.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so real quick, I got another question, but I do want to speak this to you so you can receive this. Hopefully you receive it. I would implore that when you get ready to go into college, that you really look at every leadership class that you can get into. Okay. I am not playing, because on a scale of 1 to 10, you can always get better, right? But you are already at like a 7 or an 8 in leadership already, right? It takes some people. I don't know if you ever read the book by John Maxwell. It's called The Law of the Lid. I would strongly suggest that you check that book out. The Law of the Lid by John Maxwell. And it talks about if you are a level 7 in leadership, then the people that you are attracting to you are probably like a 4 or 5, right? They may be a 6, but normally they're a couple rings down from where you are. You're only a junior in high school and you're operating already at that level. So as you continually get more experience with life, and then you educate yourself and you become more of an effective leader, you'll move to an 8 or a 9. And when you start moving up to that, you're attracting people that are already at your level right now. So then you start leading people that are leaders, like a leader leading leaders. And what's going to happen is you're going to now start to have leverage. So you'll have the vision, but then the leaders that you're attracting will be able to implement your vision at a faster rate. You're going to be able to get a whole lot more done because of leverage. Does that make sense what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
All right. I am begging you, everything you can get we lost her.
I think she should be back on in a second. I know that she was having some
Technical, yeah,
bandwidth. But when I tell you, she is like surpassing even so many adults, and there she is. There she is. She's
Yeah,
saying,
I had a
yeah,
little issue.
that's
No
okay.
worry. It happens.
That's
Hey,
okay.
hey, but just any book you can get by John Maxwell, right?
Hmm.
Um, make sure we write that down. The Law of the Lid.
Yeah,
We are
Yeah.
we never did this from College Coaching Network, but we're going to buy you a book by
thank you.
John Maxwell, The Law of the
Yeah.
Lid. Law of the Lid. I will make sure. And we know a person. You know what? We're going to get you connected to. Her name is Tina Grimes, and she is a master trainer for John Maxwell's team.
Hmm.
She just sent me a text message like 2 days ago, and we're going to make an introduction for you and Tina
That
because
was
she travels to other countries and she teaches kids leadership. And I'm going to make that introduction to you and her. I'm glad I just thought about that. So
that'll
Thank
be
you.
incredible.
yes, that's what we do here. And we make connections.
Yes.
So we're going to take care of it. Last question I got for you. Why are you so passionate about helping other people?
It stems back to what I said about it's a really big world and you're a tiny part of it, but you can always, enlarge in yourself to reach out to the very, very big world. Why I'm passionate, I just feel like there are so many people out there and like your reach is never too small, even though it's two people, like the magnitude that like of change you can make in someone's life over something very little. Like you never know at the same time, like let's say someone's going through something like very difficult and you can help change that and make them feel better. So in your eyes it's probably like, okay, I just gave them a 2-second speech, but in their eyes it's like, oh my God, I have like lifted them up and they're not feeling what they were feeling previously. So if I can help like as many people as I can, like I'm making like a real change in the world, and people are feeling better. They can like especially for my club, the main vision is success. So I'm very like passionate about making sure every person like knows what they're going to do. They know that, okay, I've received this and this and this information over this last couple of months, and this I know for sure is going to make me a better person for tomorrow and make my idea of what I want to be clear in the future. So
That's good. Mika, you
Yes.
can take it home. I'm
But
amazed.
so the quote I will take away from what Daisy said, and I think that is awe-inspiring for everyone right now, especially amidst everything that's going on in this world, but also in the pandemic, is that your reach is never too small. Like
yeah.
that is huge, because if all of us understand that concept and reach out and just do play the little part that we can play to help others, then all of us can be the change we want to see. And so,
Mhm.
Daisy, I again just commend you for the work that you're doing in your school district. And again, she's part of Stafford School District she's in Stafford, Texas, which is outside of Houston. She is a phenomenal student and scholar. And I know that there's going to be so much greatness that we will see come from you. But again, we would invite you guys to join us, because College Coaching Network is going to partner with Daisy's Club, the Tomorrow Club, on November the 30th at 5:30 p.m. We will go live, and we're going to talk about Discover Your Tomorrow, a guide to college and career readiness. So again, thank you, Daisy, for joining us on Spotlight
Thank
Live.
you.
You have definitely been the bright light to shine on this live. We definitely appreciate it. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Take
Have a
care.
great
Keep up the
weekend.
amazing work, Jason.